you ever noticed that the moment you become aware of a deeper truth about yourself, the world begins to shift? It's as if people suddenly start to see you differently, like a quiet ripple running through the fabric of your interactions. You realize, in those moments, that you've stopped responding to the world with the same emotional reactions, and you are no longer swayed by the external chaos. People around you notice this. They realize that you are different. They understand, perhaps subconsciously, that you have tapped into something profound, a wisdom that is not given lightly. They begin to test you. They try to provoke you, to see if your inner strength is as unwavering as it seems. And the more they test you, the more they reveal to themselves about their own inner turmoil. The more they see that you are steadfast, and the more they learn about the power of self-discipline, of control, and of fortitude. When people realize that you know, when they sense that you are in full control of your emotions, your actions, and your responses, the world responds. But how? Let's explore the 7 things people do when they know that you know. Number 1. They test your limits, waiting for a crack. In the early stages of your Stoic journey, the first thing people will do is test you. They want to see if your calm, collected nature is truly sustainable, or if it's just a facade. They will attempt to provoke you, to push your boundaries and see if they can get a rise out of you. You might notice these subtle tests: a sarcastic comment, an attempt to provoke an emotional reaction, a challenging question meant to catch you off guard. But you know better. The Stoic approach to life is one of emotional control, a recognition that nothing outside of your own thoughts and actions has power over you unless you allow it. As Seneca famously said in Letters from a Stoic, "No man is free who is not master of himself." You remain unshaken by external events because you understand that your true power lies not in controlling the world around you, but in controlling your reaction to it. The test isn't merely a provocation to see if you will lose your temper. It is a test of your inner strength. Will you allow the words or actions of others to disturb your peace? Will you give in to the temptation of anger, frustration, or pride? The Stoic understands that these emotions are not inherent. They are a choice. They choose instead to respond with composure, restraint, and equanimity. The more you remain unmoved, the more they begin to realize that they cannot control your reactions. Their tests, though frequent, will become less effective. In your silence, your ability to stay calm, they begin to see the power of Stoic discipline. They begin to notice that the true strength lies in restraint, and that real control is not in avoiding challenges, but in how you face them without being moved by them. Number 2. They challenge your tranquility, pushing you to react. Once they see that you are able to resist the small provocations, they will try something else. They will actively challenge your peace. They might introduce chaos into your life, disrupt your plans, or create unnecessary tension and stress. They want to see if you can maintain your tranquility amidst the storm, if your Stoic calm is as solid as it appears. This is when the true test of a Stoic begins. In moments of external conflict or hardship, the Stoic knows that the only real power they possess is in their ability to remain calm. As Marcus Aurelius said in Meditations, the tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think or do, only what you do. The Stoic understands that life will always be filled with noise, distractions, and obstacles, but it is their ability to remain detached from these external forces that allows them to maintain inner peace. The challenge of tranquility is not simply about avoiding anger or frustration. It is about understanding that these emotions are fleeting and ultimately inconsequential to your higher purpose. The Stoic does not allow themselves to be carried away by these forces. They understand that while they cannot control the events of the world, they have complete dominion over how they respond to them. This practice of responding to adversity with tranquility takes time and discipline. But as you cultivate it, you become increasingly impervious to external disturbances. When others try to push your buttons, they will find that their efforts are futile. Your peace, grounded in the principles of Stoicism, remains untouched by the winds of external pressure. Number 3. They observe you, hoping for a glimpse of weakness. Once your ability to maintain emotional control and tranquility becomes apparent, people start to observe you more closely. They will watch how you handle various situations, whether personal, professional, or social. They want to see if you ever let your guard down, if you slip up and reveal any weaknesses in your discipline. They observe your every move, hoping to catch a glimpse of vulnerability, something that would expose the cracks in your carefully crafted exterior. But the Stoic knows that true strength lies in consistency. It is not about showing strength in moments of ease. It is about demonstrating unshakable composure when faced with adversity. The Stoic lives by the wisdom of Epictetus, who taught that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The Stoic does not need to perform or prove anything to others. Their strength is demonstrated through their daily actions, the way they consistently live according to their principles, regardless of the circumstances. This observation, often subtle and unspoken, is not just about testing your limits. It's a deeper reflection of their own self-doubt, their own uncertainty about their ability to live by the same principles you do. They may feel the sting of comparison, realizing that your composure and inner strength expose their own fragility. But the Stoic remains steadfast. Their focus is not on proving their strength to others, but on continually refining their own character. By observing you, they begin to see a possibility of strength that they might not have known existed within themselves. Your calm, your consistency, and your discipline become a mirror for them to reflect on their own behavior and their own emotional responses. It's not about admiration. It's about the uncomfortable realization that your actions are showing them what they could achieve if only they chose to cultivate the same self-discipline. Number 4. They fear your indifference, for it reveals their powerlessness. Perhaps the most unsettling reaction to your Stoic mindset is the fear it inspires in others. People who are used to being able to manipulate or influence others through emotional appeals, drama, or the need for validation will find your indifference both intriguing and terrifying. They fear your indifference because it exposes their own lack of control over their lives. When you no longer seek validation, approval, or recognition from others, it becomes clear that you are free. Free from the need to please others, free from the chains of social expectations and emotional dependency. As Marcus Aurelius writes in Meditations, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. This freedom, this indifference, is both empowering and disarming. It shakes people to their core because they are no longer able to manipulate you with their desires or emotional triggers. The Stoic's indifference does not come from a place of apathy. Rather, it comes from a deep understanding of what truly matters. The Stoic is not indifferent to the world. They are indifferent to things outside their control, other people's opinions, judgments, or behaviors. They do not waste energy trying to influence others or make them see things their way. They know that the only thing they can control is their own thoughts and actions. This power of indifference is not a rejection of others. It is a recognition of the need to preserve one's own inner peace. By not engaging in the emotional games that others play, the Stoic reveals the futility of these attempts. They show others that true strength is not in manipulating the world around you, but in mastering yourself. Number 5. They resent your discipline, for it exposes their lack of control. The more you walk the Stoic path, the more your discipline will become evident to those around you. You will wake up early, prioritize your work, focus on your goals, and practice restraint. Your actions will speak louder than your words, and they will reflect a level of discipline that others may find intimidating. For those who lack this discipline, your commitment to a purposeful life can become a source of resentment. They will envy your ability to resist temptations, to stay focused on long-term goals, and to consistently act in accordance with your principles. Your discipline becomes a mirror that reflects their own weaknesses, their inability to stick to their commitments, to resist immediate gratification, or to live with the same level of purpose. But the Stoic is not concerned with others' resentment. They understand that this is a natural reaction from those who have not yet discovered the power of self-control. As Epictetus wisely said, no man is free who is not master of himself. True freedom is found not in external circumstances, but in the ability to govern one's own actions. Your discipline is not about impressing others. It is about cultivating inner strength, becoming the best version of yourself, and living a life of purpose. Through your actions, others begin to see the value of discipline. They may resent it at first, but over time, they will come to recognize that it is the key to personal growth, to self-mastery, and to a life of fulfillment. Number 6. They admire your inner peace, but resist the challenge to change. As your Stoic journey progresses, you will inevitably inspire others with your inner peace and resilience. They will admire the way you navigate life with calmness and clarity, regardless of the challenges that come your way. They will look at you and wonder how you've achieved such tranquility amidst the chaos of life. They may even express admiration, saying, "I wish I could be more like you." But here's the truth. While admiration is common, true transformation is rare. People may admire your inner peace, but they resist the challenge of changing their own lives. It is one thing to admire the Stoic way of life, it is another to live it. Change requires effort, sacrifice, and discipline, things that most people are unwilling to commit to. They may be drawn to your peace, but they will not always be willing to put in the work required to achieve it themselves. It takes time, reflection, and continuous self-discipline to live according to Stoic principles. But as a Stoic, you do not seek to change others. You simply live your truth. Your actions, your demeanor, and your commitment to Stoicism will serve as an example. Some will choose to follow, and others will not. But regardless of their decision, your peace will remain unshaken. Number 7. They realize they too could achieve inner strength if they chose it. In the end, the most powerful thing that happens when people realize that you know is that they come to see the possibility of change within themselves. They recognize that the inner strength you have cultivated is not unique to you. It is something available to anyone who chooses to walk the same path. They see that the Stoic way of life is not reserved for a select few, but for anyone who is willing to put in the effort to control their emotions, live with purpose, and act in accordance with virtue. As they witness your journey, they realize that their own emotional turmoil, their own struggles, and their own pain are not inevitable. They have the power to change, to choose a life of discipline, fortitude, and inner peace. But the choice is theirs. The Stoic does not preach or judge others. They simply live with integrity. And by doing so, they become a living testament to the power of self-discipline and self-control. They show others that it is not the external world that dictates our happiness or our success, but our own response to it. The path of the Stoic is not an easy one. It requires constant vigilance, discipline, and self-awareness. It is a journey of transformation, of moving from emotional reactivity to emotional mastery. It is about overcoming destructive emotions, practicing virtue, and living with purpose. When others see you walk this path, they will react in many ways, testing you, observing you, fearing you, resenting you, admiring you. But no matter their reactions, your path remains the same. You continue to live according to the principles of Stoicism, focused not on the external world, but on cultivating inner peace, self-control, and fortitude. May we continue to walk this path, not for the approval of others, but for the strength and peace that it brings within ourselves. The Stoic journey is not about what others think of us. It is about what we think of ourselves. Let us remain steadfast in our pursuit of virtue, and may we inspire others, not through our words, but through our actions, to seek the same inner strength. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.